A wise teenager in 2008 once said, "Who said, I can't wear my Converse with my dress, oh baby? That's just me." Converse was an okay popular shoe for 2008, but what Demi Lovato was really missing here was the cooler shoe at the time. Heelys. The shoes with wheels that got kids across America injured and in trouble at public schools across the country. These controversial shoes were the pinnacle of ultimate skater coolness back then, and as a kid whose first concert was Avril Lavigne and Jonas Brothers, I wanted Heelys. I loved riding skateboards and longboards. I was the skater girl.
And I wanted Heelys.
And guess what? My mom would never buy them for me. She said they were too unsafe and not practical. But now I'm an adult, and I have the money to relive my childhood dreams for absolutely no reason other than I want to, so I did. If you like what I'm wearing, this video is sponsored by Cool Shirts, and you can get your own at shirts.cool/gabi and use code GABI at checkout for 10% off. Because you can still buy Heelys. The Heelys craze died as soon as it rose to popularity. It's like that saying, the candle that burns from both ends melts faster, but both ends of the candle were Heelys. From 2004 to 2005, Heelys sales doubled to $44 million. And the next year, 2006, Heelys sales were up over 300%. And the company went public, and also got instantly banned at every mall and school across North America. But I don't know how to Heely. I learned it's not just something you put on and do. It's not really a plug-and-play kind of device. So I called my friend, who is somewhat of a Heelys expert, and we went to a skate park because I wanted him to coach me into becoming a Heely master.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
But before honing our skills at the skate park, we had to hone our minds to learn about some tricks we could practice, and Seth1230 was the man for the job.
I'm not quite sure what this trick is called, but all I know is it's a really easy trick also. Once again, you're gonna skate and bring the back foot, the front foot. Next trick we're gonna learn is called the cheating death. Skate, 180, and lift up your back foot. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's a T-pose. That one's called the Jesus Christ. That's called Christ the Redeemer.
This trick is called the blood stain.
Okay,
It's an extremely
we
hard
need to
trick
watch blood
in
stain.
which your feet point inwards.
What the? Then, it was time.
Hey man, how the hell you doing? I've been just
I'm confused. Where's the rest?
What are you confused about?
fine living life with the noose and in my mind, all I hear is music, watching your mouth move.
Yeah,
Damn, you look stupid. I feel like every
We arrived at the skate park and, we nailed it. First, Chris tried to teach me to make a skateboard with my feet and pull myself. Eventually, I got the hang of it. I did it once, and then I did it again. Just kidding, it's a lot harder than I imagined. And eventually we got bullied so hard we had to find a different place to practice. But it's okay because we're in good spirits.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Because it's a product that's like roller skates, but worse in almost every way. It's skating on your heels, so you feel like you're about to fall over and break your skull open at any given moment. In other wheeled foot activities like rollerblading, skateboarding, ice skating, and heck, even non-wheeled sports like skiing, you're always taught to lean slightly forward and bend your knees, so the wheels don't slip out from under you and you fall backwards. One of the most dangerous ways to fall. So balancing on two heel wheels is so much more counterintuitive than you'd think. Counterintuitive like not wearing cool shirts. Sorry. They should have made these with the wheel on the toe. They should have been called toeies. Yeah, the safety concern at the time was no joke. The American Academy of Pediatrics published a study in 2007 that revealed Heelys had an injury rate of 51 per 100,000 kids. And that doesn't seem very high until you realize that that number is only for serious injuries that needed to be assessed by an orthopedic surgeon. Minor injuries that were treated solely in the emergency department or at home was probably a much higher number. 34% of those serious injuries were kids using Heelys for the first time, and 70% of the injured used Heelys less than 5 times. And at the time, these cases compromised 8% of the entire workload for pediatricians. That's so many. That's 1 out of every 10 kids you see got injured because of this f***ing shoe. So now the silly getup doesn't seem so silly after all, does it? You wouldn't want me to get hurt in this video, would you? Didn't think so. Heelys says that you should use protective gear to ride, but most people don't do that because they were marketed to be worn for everyday use. And they were supposed to look cool. It doesn't look so cool when you show up to homeroom wearing a helmet and elbow pads, does it? But it does look cool when you're wearing cool shirts. But since I was struggling so much, Chris realized a fatal flaw in my healing technique. I was taking too many steps. I was winding up too much. After this correction, I was actually starting to get it. Soon enough, I was flying. I even made up new tricks inspired by our friend Seth1230, like the Christ the Redeemer, and the crab walk, and the tap dancer, and the knee slapper. During all this training and hard work, I was starting to see why Heelys took over the world, if not just for one moment. And then got banned everywhere because they're dangerous and impractical. Looks like the lesson the whole time was sometimes your mom was right. Yeah, in 2007, amidst the public outcry about the safety of Heelys, the founder cashed in $26.3 million in stocks and straight up left the company. Heelys stock was plummeting, safety concerns, and kids wouldn't come back to buy a second pair, so the business model just wasn't sustainable. They even rejected Skechers' offer to buy Heelys for $142 million, but ended up selling the company in 2013 for less than half of that at $63 million. And then, as there is no happy ending to this story, that company sold Heelys to BBC International for $11 million. Don't know why they still exist. I mean, they're still getting revenue somehow. Probably from hooligans like me that just want a joyride on memory lane. And then shove it in my closet for the next dozen years to come, slowly cementing itself as a relic of the past. Anyway, I don't know if Heelys is gonna make a comeback. It's entirely possible considering how we're digging up the most random trends from 20 years ago and making them trendy again. But I think it's safe to say I nailed my quest and became a Heely master. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to see videos on things no one has ever asked me to make. I just do it. Thank you to Cool Shirts again for sponsoring this video. Make sure to use the link in my description, shirts.cool/gabi, and use my code gabi for 10% off at checkout. Thank you to my patrons, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Also, thanks to everyone who stopped by the charity stream. We raised over $5,000 for the Zebra Youth in Orlando, Florida. They're doing some great work over there, so I'm really happy to support them, and I just wanted to thank everyone. All right.